Hello. Okay, now I feel silly because I did not post this on my regular page. I posted it on my real estate page, which I don't talk about real estate stuff that often on here. But anywho, here I am. I'm going to roll the intro. And then we're going to come back and have a quick chat, my friends. What? Boom! Let's do this. Okay, I'm not seeing it on my page now, so I don't know what the heck's going on, but it looks like I have one viewer. The funny thing is I don't know who the viewers are. Okay, good. Okay. I'm always having such a hard time with this. Okay, so I'm bringing up this topic because I got the information from I forgot to do my little ticker thing. From Wonder there's two Wanderlust articles. And then I didn't use 8 steps, I don't think, maybe, but the thing is, okay, well, here I'll comment first. Oh, Pam. It's Pammy. I know it's nice for Pam because I didn't realize me true to being me. I didn't realize that I didn't post on the right page, and then I was picking 6:15 because I'm house sitting at this place. That's like a resort. It's amazing, and I got Costco stuff delivered, and I didn't want it to deliver like in the time that I was talking to you guys, where I'd have to walk off. So yada yada blue, and then I'm like, whoops, didn't post. So hopefully this is fun for you guys. And I've got my little March thing up there because it's almost. I'll have to do a St. Patrick's thing next week. Oh no, I should have done it this week. Whatever. I might do some post St. Patrick's Day stuff. But so I took some notes, wrote them down. The thing is that when we're younger, time seems to move slowly. It seems to speed up as we get older. And I never used to believe this as a kid. I don't know what you guys. I mean, I was constantly like, oh, I roll because adults are always saying, enjoy this time while you can, because it goes fast. And you're just like, oh my God, seriously. This last 5 hours took 17 days. It just feels like that. And now I'm like, wait a minute, what? It's already 1:00. Where'd the time go? So it's weird, right? And so that's what I was saying. As young peeps, we hear people say, enjoy it while it lasts. And you're just like, whatever. Like when you're kids, you're just like, please, I don't need this crap. Okay. And then I've had people argue with me about my story. Like I have a scarcity mindset because I learned it from my parents. No, that's not true. I learned it when I first started teaching and it stuck. And this is, if you don't know how this comes into play with this, it's because I've talked about it a number of times, but that's one of the things is that when I was teaching, I wasn't making enough money. It was horrible. I started the Highland Games. I was excited about it. I wanted more from life, and life's too short. And I was like, life's too short to stay in this job. And then people are always like, oh, so we'll talk more about that stuff later. But the big thing is don't wake up to live another day in fear or regret. So the hard concept, I think, with this is like, we can't do everything 0 to 60. Like, oh my God, today might be my last day. So like, whatever, but what could you do to feel productive, to do something toward your goal, towards something that you never wanted to do? Like, that's the big thing, I think, is that you're actually taking, whether they're baby steps or not, right? You're taking those steps forward. Now, if you can't tell, I'm working on some other things, and I'm going to branch out and do some other things. And I'm just gearing up for that. So just taking chances, my friends, taking chances. So embrace it. Do things you wouldn't normally do because today could be the last. Think about it. It really could. It sounds ominous, but it could. So like I said, you don't have to go skydiving every day or make it like some big, grand gesture. But if you want to go be a stand-up comic, start looking into it and figure it out. If you want to write a novel, do it. If you want to travel to Australia, figure out how to make it happen and take those steps. And any steps toward it is a positive move in the right direction. So here are some steps in taking charge of your life. Boom. So right. Oh, I forgot to pick it up. I've talked about this a lot, and I've gone through like I've wavered from writing to not writing, but it's really important. So journals, keep it to yourself. You don't have to tell anybody. Um, I've got this book called The Untethered Soul, which I actually might do a podcast about, and then I've got the accompanying journal, and it's really kind of a look into yourself and like figuring out how you can like navigate through life, basically. So it's kind of cool. So as you write down what you're passionate about. Exclude money and just write. Is it travel? Is it helping others? Is it family? Then write a short description of why it means so much. And that's critical because you can write down, I want to travel to Ireland. Okay, that's great. But if you really write down your reasons why, that's really going to kind of give it an emotion and like more of a reason for you to like take steps to do that. What do you write down also what you're no longer willing to tolerate? Okay. So realize we tolerate things because we're too afraid of the alternative or alternatives. Maybe you tolerate the job you hate because you're too afraid of not having money. And that was me for a really long time with teaching. I love the kids, all that stuff, but it just wasn't good. So maybe you stayed in a relationship because you're afraid you can't make it on your own. So think about what you've been tolerating and write it down. Okay. 3, revisit the big goals that you gave up on. What did you settle for? What never happened? What's stopping you now? Now, the reason to write these down, you don't have to make the big plan yet, but it's a good idea to get this in your mind and to like revisit it and then figure out why maybe you stopped, So, I always wanted to be a public speaker. Now I'm actually going to work on that because I really want to do it. I mean, this is kind of it, but not really. You know what I mean? So 4, self-empowering goals. So you can still reach the goals you always wanted to. Don't make excuses. Now, listen, if you wanted to be, if you wanted to join the military, but you never did, and now you're too old, you can't do that. But think about the goals that you wanted to reach. Like I can be a public speaker now. I haven't told people that, but I mean, that's literally what I wanted to do. Either that or a talk show host like David Letterman. Loved David Letterman when I was a kid. Okay. So just do this and create a new set of empowering goals that will fuel you and drive you forward. Just don't give up. Right. This doesn't, it's not easy. It's a mindset thing also. So writing this stuff down will be a reminder for you. Okay. And we're so busy worrying about present problems that we drop or forget the long-term benefits of achieving our biggest and most outlandish goals. Boom. So revisiting those might help you to get that fire in your belly again. And maybe it changes a little bit. That's fine. But think about it. Just, of course, there's probably a lot of kids that wanted to be Indiana Jones when they were a kid too. Maybe you could be that now. Who knows? But writing these down and figuring it out will help you like put those in like a space that you can actually process it and create those goals, okay, and work toward them. So have compelling reasons to achieve your goals. This would be, many of us tend to do more for others. What can we do for others? How can we help family and friends? So what can you provide for people if you were able to achieve your dreams, okay? So for some people, like I don't have kids or anything, but my niece, my sister, things like that. What type of life can you provide for your family, or what value can you give to the world if you were to achieve your dreams? So if you're somebody who wants to start a nonprofit for something, and then how would that help the world? Like, just think about like your big goals. Like, if I'm going to be a public speaker, I'm going to keep my thing private for now because I'm formulating my thoughts, but there's definite ways I can help the world. Hopefully Candor with Katy helps people, who knows? All right. Now write down 3 times in your life that you overcame your fears and succeeded. And I guarantee you have them, and they don't have to be monumental things. I wrote them down and I didn't bring them over there because I'm awesome. And I also forgot Sasquatch again. He's sad, crying. But one for me would be that I left teaching and started real estate. Oh my God, that's so weird. Did you know it does this? Okay, like I'm going to try this and see if it does the fireworks. I didn't know it did this on StreamYard too. This is like a new thing in Zoom when I've been Zooming people. It's the strangest thing. So the 3 things, okay, so leaving teaching and starting real estate, doing stand-up comedy, and I think probably traveling. And I went to Europe twice last summer. I mean, there's other things. I could probably write some more things down. But if you can find at least 3, that'll help you go, I can actually do this, So figure out what you did overcome, what you did to overcome that feat, and remind yourself of how capable you are. I always write these notes down and then I speak before I look at them. Do something outside your comfort zone. I know. Nobody wants to do that, but think about it. Every little action builds momentum. If you're afraid to speak in public, find a way to do it. If you're afraid of heights, take a tour of a really tall skyscraper. Now, honestly, I'm freaking petrified of cockroaches. Like I couldn't do it. That's something I couldn't do. So it's got to be reasonable. Like you can't put me in a room with a bunch of cockroaches and expect me to be okay. Maybe I could do hypnosis though. Maybe I could try that. I don't know. Okay, so nothing is impossible when you embrace your fears. Nothing. Because something's going to come out of it. It is. It just is. Some kind of revelation or something. Okay? So contribute something of value to help others. And they talk about this all the time. And this could just be, life's a contribution and too short to only worry about yourself. Donate your time. Help someone solve a problem. Give advice. Sit on a phone call with someone. Sit in a room with someone. Now I'm doggy sitting. I'm getting paid for it. But it's also helping someone, which could turn into like a pretty cool side gig for me, which is beneficial to me and the people that need it. So it doesn't have to be something that you don't benefit either, if you think about it. Okay, so final thoughts. Did I do this? Oh, I'm going to take a few ideas from becomingminimalist.com. Life is too short to do the following. Okay, you ready? Don't be offended all the time. It's too short to not believe in yourself, to not forgive, to regret the past, to be unhappy. But most of all, life is too short to live in fear. It is. It really is, guys. Life is too short to live like everyone else, to not be true to yourself, and too short to wait. So I hope this helped you a little bit. Realize when I'm speaking, also, I'm speaking about myself. You don't have to be perfect to help someone else. You don't have to be perfect to present something to someone else. You don't have to have all of the knowledge in order to help someone else benefit from something. Realize also that people have to take their own initiative, right? So if you're taking those steps, you're not going to go wrong, my friends. So Sid Squatch always says, who's not here, I'm going to have to get a picture of him, put him up. The journey begins with you, so be good to yourself. And you know the Horgan loves you. So thanks for joining me tonight. I'll see you next week. And I've got some cool ideas coming up. So thanks for being here. Bye.